Welcome to the show. You are one-on-one with Wes the Sports Guy here on YouTube and online all the time at westhesportsguy.com. Bookmark that site if you want to get all the NFL previews. They are posted right there at westhesportsguy.com. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff at Wes Sports Guy. And also make sure you use the hashtag #OneOnOneWes to participate in the weekly discussions about many variety of topics in sports. Make sure you use that hashtag #OneOnOneWes. I will peruse it. I will participate as long as you use that hashtag. And diving right into it with the NFL season coming up this weekend, we're just going to have to talk real quick about Antonio Brown. Real quick. Bottom line is, it divulged into something brand spanking new every single day this week. And I can't even keep track of which day was which, but suffice it to say that it started with Antonio Brown sharing the picture on Instagram, specifically his Insta story, if you want to call it that, with this letter that he got from Mike Mayock, the general manager of the Oakland Raiders. And I'm not going to go through the entire letter right here, but you can see it on your screen. And then also in the bolder white lettering, Antonio Brown has to add his own little 2 cents, if you call it, to the letter he got informing him that he was going to be fined by said Oakland Raiders organization. And I'm laughing as I'm discussing this because you never, ever share this information, folks, about what your employer is punishing you for and how much, no matter the situation. You don't share this information, especially on social media. You don't do it. And of course, that led to the ire of the general manager of the Oakland Raiders, Mike Mayock, who did not, according to league and a team source with the Oakland Raiders, did not initiate the confrontation with Antonio Brown during a practice on Friday. And Antonio Brown actually did it himself by calling Mike Mayock you can say it is a racial slur to call a white person a cracker, just as it is with the other word I'm not even going to abbreviate for you for a person that is or happens to be African American. You can't say that word about them, just as you can't say that to a white person either. Antonio Brown supposedly said that, according to a league source and the team source, to Mike Mayock in his general direction, and essentially in front of his face, not face-to-face as I am with you here on the camera, but regardless, he said it, and thus began to go on a verbal tirade to Mike Mayock, and then punted a football, and then said, quote, "Find me for that." That was Friday. And then Saturday, it was expected that Antonio Brown was going to be suspended, and for who knows how long, nobody really knew. It was speculative at this point, but they figured he was going to get fined at least, and also most likely miss the first game of the season on Monday night. John Gruden said, to the contrary, that no, Antonio Brown was going to play Monday. Didn't seem like anything was going to happen to Antonio Brown. He made a very, very sincere apology to the team, and that was that. John Gruden said, nope, this guy's going to play, doesn't really matter. I'm just paraphrasing, obviously, but that was the latest that we had until it happened Saturday morning, when Antonio Brown had tweeted a photo of essentially his reaction to getting fined once again by the Oakland Raiders for his previous tirade to Mike Mayock. And it was in the realm of over $200,000 in a fine, and he was going to lose all of his guaranteed money, which was amounting to $30 million by the Oakland Raiders. So, Antonio Brown says to basically release me, let me go. The Raiders responded in kind and released Antonio Brown. Thus, we have the picture that happened so fast. In the same day that he got released by the Oakland Raiders, he tweets a picture with him in a Patriots uniform. The Empire lives on, folks. And yes, I'm using a Star Wars reference to that because the Patriots have been in how many consecutive AFC Championship games? They've been in how many Super Bowls now in the last decade plus? How many Super Bowls have they won in the last decade plus? it just continues to divulge into something that is beyond compare right now. I don't know what else to say. Antonio Brown apparently got his wish. He got out of Oakland when it started to look bad for him, getting fined out the wazoo for things that you would normally get fined for as a player. Yet, when you see how his exit was with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they didn't really fine him all that much, and then they didn't even want to go down that road with him, and they cut ties as quickly as they could. Oakland partaked and gave a 3rd and 5th round pick for him. Was going to pay him upwards of $30 million in guaranteed money. Now he's only going to get $15 million at the most. 9 of it is guaranteed from the New England Patriots on a 1-year contract. And I asked the question to Antonio Brown, was this all worth it? You lost half of what was going to be guaranteed to you by the Oakland Raiders for 1 year. Was it worth it? We shall see. We certainly shall see. But again, was this a part of his plan? Was this a big grand scheme of his? Is he really this crazy when it comes to his own helmet and all the other stuff that comes with it? The only question I have left really is, why wasn't this around during Hard Knocks? Why? And I teased it on my Facebook page with a big announcement, and I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it here at the end of this video. I have purchased a new space, and when I say that, I mean purchasing a house. I have purchased a house, and I can't thank those enough that helped me in that process. And, of course, as I also mentioned in another social media post about 10 years ago, if you would ask me this was going to happen, no, wouldn't have believed it. You asked me just 3 years ago, I would have said, not a chance in hell, no way. But it's happening, thankfully. Internally grateful for this. And that's what I alluded to at the beginning of the summer here on this channel, was that I was looking into the possibility of getting a new studio space, you could call it. This, as you see right now, is not the permanent one, just a temporary one, but again, still different from what I originally had, and that's perfectly fine. I'm making it work. Going into the new place here in the next few weeks, I will still be posting episodes here on this channel, one-on-one with yours truly, Wes the Sports Guy. Make sure you also bookmark the website, westhesportsguy.com, and I thank you for tuning in as many times as you possibly can. I am internally grateful for that, and it's been a great ride so far. I'm looking forward to it continuing even longer, and who knows, sky's the limit at this point, but that's something that I've been working towards, and it's finally happening, and I can't stress how extremely happy I am right now to be in this position. But I thank you again for tuning in. I will see you next week.